views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Welcome everyone, welcome back to a new law program. How is my dear pencil Horace doing?
I'm so happy and excited to introduce to you our new program. We have a special guest with us today.
An assemblyman, Michael Blake.
Thank you so much, Saudis and Elisha. Thank you for having me hang out with y'all right now. This is what we do. It's about, showing love to the young leaders in the community. To everybody that's out there, my name is Michael Blake. I'm an assembly member. I'm from the Bronx, born and raised. Creston and Burnside, that's home for me. So I went to PS 79, 118, DeWitt Clinton, Northwestern University, worked for President Obama, then I came back home because I wanted to show people in the Bronx what could be possible when you come back home. And so when we do this, we do the work, but then we gotta vote. So for the 18-year-olds, this may be your first time voting, we need you to vote. Maybe you've been in the community for a while, you didn't vote, we need you to have your voices heard. You care about schools, jobs, everything. Go out there and vote, young people. So vote by mail, do early voting, or vote in person. The same energy you would have to stand in line, to go out to the show, go to the club, go to the concert, or go online to find some information. I need you to go online, everybody, to iwillvote.com, and I need you to stand in line to exercise your right to vote. But more importantly, I think we should listen to the young people. So I think you have a message for everybody. Talk to the people.
Today, our special topic is technology and how impactful it is to the youth.
Oh my gosh, that's a super cool topic. I can't imagine without my phone.
Today, our program is based on us and how impactful our voices are. Today, we're going to pass it to the news. Don't forget to vote. And don't forget to wear your mask.
Hello everyone, my name is Lesha Gonzalez and I'm here to bring you guys the law news for this week. As you guys know, schools have reopened and many students are going in certain days based on their schedules. There has been many cases since school has reopened. Many schools in Queens, Brooklyn, and even here in the Bronx have shut down for that main reason. Other schools just put those kids into quarantine for at least 14 days in order to go back to school, and they have to stay virtual learning. Just a tip for you guys out there who are going to school, please make sure to wear your mask, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Those are the main reasons, the main things you guys are supposed to do to be safe out there. Going on to the next topic, have you guys heard about the iPhone 12? The iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro has been released on October 13. If you guys want the iPhone 12 Pro Max, that's gonna release on November 13. You guys could pre-order it and get it on time. Before it sells out, that's what you're supposed to do, pre-order it. That's all I have for today for Lock News. Please be safe out there and don't forget to wear your mask.
Did you miss the latest in sports? Well, I'm here yet again to catch you up, just in case you did. In the Major League, in baseball, we saw the championship series. We saw the Rays win against the Astros 2-1 on the 11th of October. We also saw them win against the Astros on the 12th, 4-2. Then we saw the Braves win 5-1. And then on the 17th, we saw the Astros lose 4-2 and the Dodgers win 3-1 against the Braves. Hope you caught those and many more. Also, were you on the lookout for the Major League games, the final games of the series? Did you catch the World Series? Just in case you didn't, I'll catch you up next week. See you next week. And just know, we might still be in quarantine and a situation for most people might be tough. But you can still do many stuff at home, many things that can still be beneficial to your health. You could do push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks. There's so many other exercises that you can look up, or even just anything you see on Instagram. You can follow a workout account. You can follow somebody on Twitter. You can follow somebody on TikTok. You can follow somebody on YouTube. There's so many things that don't just restrict you being at home and sitting down all day, just playing video games. You can also be active, have a healthy diet, have a great day. Know that if you eat breakfast, you exercise, you'll end up feeling amazing throughout the rest of the day. You don't just have to be in your online classes. Between classes, you can stretch. Between classes, you can just get up, move to the next room, or even just walk from your living room to your bathroom, from your living room, anywhere, honestly. Just know that you can do many things even though you're still at home. Well, till next time, have a great day from all of us here to you.
Hola, mi nombre es Jocelyn y me gustaría preguntarte que si tenías que dejar algo para continuar tu carrera.
Yo creo que he dejado muchas cosas por la tecnología, porque, por ejemplo, dejé mi profesión atrás de lawyer, abogado, y también otra carrera que estudié fue philosophy and literature en la República Dominicana, y te puedo decir que prácticamente las abandoné para dedicarme al mundo de la tecnología, que comencé con la creación de el medio digital o periódico digital neoyorquinos.com aquí en la ciudad de Nueva York hace unos 8, 9 años exactamente.
¿Quién te apoyó cuando cuando tú estabas en tu carrera?
Mucha gente me apoyó, sobre todo la comunidad dominicana, porque comencé con ella trabajando, después los eventos sociales, iba y los cubría para poner las fotos y escribía algo sobre el evento, lo ponía en la página y luego fue creciendo y 1 año y medio después ya me estaban invitando a latinos de otras nacionalidades como ecuatorianos, mexicanos, puertorriqueños y de otras nacionalidades.
¿Cuál es cómo se dice, goal o una meta que ya cumplió o una meta que quiere cumplir todavía?
Yo no me pongo metas en la vida, sino yo tengo proyectos y esos proyectos yo los llevo a la realidad. Trabajo mucho para un proyecto determinado y llevarlo a cabo. Después que está, siempre quiero seguir creciendo, siempre poniéndolo más grande ese proyecto. Pero cuando estoy dentro de ese, siempre se me ocurre otra cosa distinta y comienzo a crear otro proyecto, otra nueva idea, la pongo a crecer, pero nunca me trazo metas. Casi siempre se me ocurren ideas para este tiempo, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, no sé por qué, pero siempre se me ocurren algunas grandes o medianas ideas para esta fecha y no sé, pero nunca digo, esto es lo último que he hecho, siempre quiero más, siempre quiero hacer más cosas. Ya muchas veces cuando tengo un proyecto al principio, los primeros 15 días o 20 días me lo encuentro como muy grande y yo digo, ¿cómo yo voy a hacer esto? Yo creo que eso no está muy grande para mí. Pero después que lo hago ya y tengo un par de años haciéndolo, ya como que yo digo, no, tengo que hacer otra cosa más grande. Quiero o esto ponerlo más grande, hacerlo crecer.
When did you first discover your interest in your career? No sé,
I was never interested in the internet. That was crazy for me. But since the first time that I began to create neoyorquinos.com, and I was growing the project, and I took another project, and maybe more 3-4 months since the first time, I discovered that I love this. I don't know how, if to say technology profession, but because I didn't study technology, but that word, I love that word, the technology word and the internet word now.
¿Cuál ha sido su mayor aprendizaje durante todo este proceso?
Han sido muchas cosas las que he aprendido, pero una de las cosas que me ha gustado más es la gran cantidad de gente que conozco en esta ciudad de New York, las relaciones que he hecho con políticos, con activistas comunitarios, deportistas, religiosos. He conocido gente de todo tipo. Creo que es lo mejor que me ha podido suceder, porque yo desde niño me gustó estar en sociedad, estar en grupos. Y por eso en mi país, la República Dominicana, yo fui político y siempre estuve en muchas actividades comunitarias. Para mí, lo que más me ha gustado de todo es eso, la relación con la gente y conocer tanta gente en esta ciudad.
¿Cuál era tu favorito platillo cuando era un niño?
Cuando era niño me gustaban los dulces. Nosotros tenemos, los dominicanos, una comida que le decimos la bandera dominicana, arroz, habichuela y carne, pero a mí no me gustaba. Ahora me gusta demasiado, creo. Pero cuando era niño no me gustaba. Me gustaban los dulces, las golosinas, los dulces con harina, me gustaban muchísimo. Y generalmente las cosas que les gustan a los niños me gustaban en ese entonces. Yo creo que el mejor mensaje que se puede dar a los jóvenes es que tienen que estar, como le decía, con su tecnología en la mano constantemente, porque de ella depende y va a depender muchas cosas. Cada día más cosas van a ser producto de la tecnología y van a depender de la tecnología. Entonces, para todo. Tú, por ejemplo, quieres ir al college y lo primero que tú haces es entrar a una página, a una guía, por ejemplo, no sé qué guide, usted entra a una guía de colleges. Entonces, usted busca ahí, en esa guía le dicen cada cosa, cada paso que usted debe dar, cuáles son las mejores universidades. A través de la tecnología, del internet, usted se busca cuáles son las mejores 20 universidades de los Estados Unidos, 30 o 100. Y son muchas cosas. Entonces, mi consejo mayor es que usen la tecnología. Úsenla todo lo que ustedes puedan. Claro, con la limitación de que ustedes tienen que tener cuidado de que también hay muchos fraudes y hay mucha gente haciendo cosas malas, haciendo diabluras en el internet. Tienen que tener mucho cuidado. Ustedes tienen que tomar la parte buena, la parte que le pueden sacar para aprender cosas. Hay muchos juegos a través de los cuales ustedes aprenden muchísimo, pero hay otros juegos que no son buenos. Yo creo también que ustedes deben de ser los mayores observadores de que todo ande bien en el internet, porque ustedes son los dueños de esto. Nosotros los viejos, lo que somos es unos, en esta generación que es de ustedes tienen que ser los guardianes de eso. Nosotros los viejos lo que somos es unos entrometidos en esta generación, no nos pertenece, es de ustedes y ustedes tienen que garantizarle al mundo de que la tecnología debe de ir bien. Entonces, así como yo les aconsejo que ustedes estén constantemente unidos a la tecnología, en contacto con la tecnología, ustedes deben de ser guardianes de que todo ahí adentro esté bien.
Hi everybody, here Dr. Denise in our Healthy Corner, but I'm gonna have a little twist this this show. We're going to actually talk a little bit about Halloween, and we have a special guest today. We have two special guests. One is Katiuska, who's our makeup artist, and we have our motto here. Look at you, very good. So we are going to start with some special makeups for Halloween, and we're going to talk a little about all of us about, you know, what do we need to do in these times of COVID, especially in Halloween where everybody wants to go out. But first of all, Katiuska, can you please explain to us what you're going to do today with our motto?
Okay, we're gonna do the Katrina. Katrina, it's like a tradition from Latin America. They paint themselves as like a dead person, like an ancestor when they pass away. It's like a tradition for Latin America that they remember the ancestor, the people that passed away, the loved one that already passed away. They kind of do this ceremony kind of to, they thought at that time that they'd be able to talk to them and that they'd be able to feel and know what they've been through when they pass away, basically.
Oh, wow, interesting. So what are the things that for this, I mean, a lot of people I'm pretty sure are going to be asking to get makeups done, right? So in the meantime, you can show us what you have and where you're going to start. I'm going to step aside so I can move it for you because I just want to make sure we also follow all the measures here. So what are the things that we should, take into account for these times of COVID? You want to show us?
Well, first of all, you have to make sure when you choose the correct makeup. Basically today, what I chose was makeup that is based in water. It's water activated.
Oh,
so it doesn't harm. You can use it even for the little kids. It's water activated, it doesn't have any chemical on it.
So very important, guys. Make sure that the person that's going to do your makeup actually washes their hands and has their mask on, okay? I would actually even go a little bit further, and especially if they're going to go to your house, if you're going to have somebody do it, or you're going to go to somebody's location to do the makeup, I would actually go a little bit further, and I would make sure and ask them, guys, you just kind of do the screening, the COVID screening questions. Make sure that nobody is sick, where they're going, or that the person is not sick, that hasn't traveled for the last 14 days, or hasn't been in contact with somebody positive with COVID, just to make sure you follow all the, all the precautions. So for the parents out there and for the youth that have like younger siblings, if you are going to go out, just make sure you sort of go around the area, around your neighborhood, a block or two. If you go out, I would highly suggest not to, but if you do go out, just around the area, people that you actually know, your neighbors that you actually know. And I think one of the great suggestions would be for the parents, and you guys can tell your parents that make sure you call your neighbor and say, look, my daughter, my son is going there. If they have any things that they want to give, make sure they're in plastics, that they actually put gloves on when they're packing all the candies that they're going to give. So I think the best thing to do is that make sure if you're going to go to a place, where you're going to, like who are the people that are going to give the candies to your kids. That's the best suggestions I could give as a physician, as a doctor working with COVID directly with COVID patients and knowing, going through the COVID pandemic, which I, did this season, which was not an easy thing to do. So take all the precautions.
Thank you so much for watching this process. I'm thankful for everything. Please be safe.
Thank you so much, and remember to use water-based makeup for kids and protect yourself.
And Katiuska, this is just outstanding. It's amazing. You're just such a beautiful artist. Thank you so much. You look outstanding. I love it. And you guys, be safe for this Halloween. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of the moms, and just want to make sure that you are careful with the candies that the kids are taking. Make sure you look at them, or just, take them and put them away after they go through the Halloween. So please be safe on this time. Put your mask on, social distancing, and I hope you look as great as my girl here. I love it. Take care. Bye.
I have actually 2 questions.
My apologies, I'm back. My video just went. So we're asking, the question is first is how to open an account virtually, online.
Yeah.
Correct. So many banks have this option that you would have to go to the bank's website. Not all banks offer virtual or online account openings, or by the mobile phone. Some banks do. So yes, it is available. In the bank I work for, that platform is not available. There are CDs that you can open online, certain things that you can, but a bank account would need to be open predominantly face-to-face, like visiting a banking center, like traditional way. But the good news is that our bank is actually enhancing or accelerating the online platforms through the DocuSign and Salesforce. Remember, the banks are regulated, so we are regulated by the banking heads, and we have to ensure that we are compliant with rules and regulations of the banking industry. So there's certain things that we have to cover in order to open accounts online, which we do, we currently do. Certain accounts would need to be face-to-face. But yes, you can definitely open the savings account. It's very good to open a savings. That's a good word. You need to save. And if you can start saving whatever you can save, that's good. And there's standalone savings accounts. You can go Ally Bank. You could just Google them. You'll see them and you can open them. And that's a great way to start, because that's very important to save.
My question is, what should you do when you get a credit card or open a credit card?
What should you do?
Yeah, when you get a credit card.
Okay, so that's very important. So you need to understand, number one, what is the use of a credit card? So is a credit card to go just spend and not pay back the money? So you have to understand, when you get a credit card, you have to take in consideration that the amount that you use to pay, you have to pay it back. But most importantly, you're paying it with interest, right? If you go beyond the 30 days or the statement cycle. It also affects your credit. Credit is extremely important to maintain good credit and good credit practices. So for example, if you do have a credit card, ensure that what you're buying, you can repay it back. Because if you can't, additional fees would be assessed on your account, and it would give you derogatory information on the credit bureaus if you don't pay it back. So you have to be extremely careful when to use the credit card. Make sure that you have in your savings account, in that, let's say, that online savings account, that you have the funds to pay that credit card back. It is extremely important to know this. Oh, by the way, it's not just like free money. No, because it's very easy. It'll go through, you can buy whatever you want. But however, if you don't have the money to pay it back, how are you going to repay it, right? And then that's when we can get into a little trouble there. And you have to understand the rate, the interest rates that you're charged, right? So you're lending money, we were charging an interest on this money. And fees. Some carry annual fees, some credit cards, some don't, but there are interests that we charge on the amount that you buy, on what you put on the credit card.
Can I ask another question?
Absolutely.
As a student, how can you better build up your credit as a student?
So the best thing is the first step, what I recommend. First step is open a student account. When you're of age, you can go to the banks that open. We offer student accounts. Open the student account, put your allowance or your savings in that account. And then practice good money habits. Just buy what you need and spend wisely, right? Once you have established credit, remember, keep in mind, I should say, that in order to grant credit, you have to be of age. Of age, because this is a regulation, you would need to be of 18 years or older and have income. So that means income. What is that? You need to be working in order for me to lend to you so you can pay me back. If you do not have income, the application will be declined. But let's say, as an example, you are working, you are of age, and you have a credit card. So now you have your savings account, you have a credit card. So let's say you want to buy a computer. Fine. But let's say that computer costs, as an example, $500. Do you have the $500 to pay it off within 30 days? If no, understand that you're going to have monthly payments with interest until you pay the $500 back. So the longer you take, the more interest you will pay, and it will most likely double the initial purchase price of the computer. So instead of paying $500, you waited a year to pay off the $500, you have now paid $1,000 for this computer, you see, because of the interest. So you have to be very, very careful with credit cards. But once you get one of them, the most important thing, spend on what you need and pay it immediately. How you do that? You set up an automatic transfer from your checking account, or if you receive it online, pay it right away as soon as the bill arrives to you, or you know what you have bought, right? So you make a payment right away. Good credit history. So the credit bureaus, I don't know if you're familiar with these are the reporting agencies. They check your credit every 30 days and they give you a FICO score, which is what the banks use to lend.
How secure is it to request a loan online?
Very good question. Now with cyber attacks and everything's going on and hackers, and that's very, very, very good question. Thank you. Yes, just have to ensure, depending on what is it that you want to apply for, make sure you go to a reputable bank, right? We have many, you know, the leaders, who they are, maybe with within the youth program you're in, the leaders of tomorrow, you can always, of the future, you can always check, you know, the banks, who they are. You probably would know what bank you would like. Just make sure that you check before you click, make sure you're on the right websites. That's very important. And you can easily apply online, but just make sure you do your homework, as they say, right? You have to do your research and make sure that you're on the right sites, because some of them are the ghost sites that could be grabbing your information, right, and misusing it. So just be very careful and ensure that you are in the right place, right? These offers that you may see on email, yeah, $1,000 will give you, those are all scams. So don't open those emails, immediately delete them, right? There's a lot of scams out there. So just be mindful. When in doubt, just ask. And you can just visit a local bank and they can give you guidance. We can give you guidance. And I wish you all the best and a lot of success. Stay strong, stay committed, and stay focused. We are the leaders. You're the changers of the next generation. Stay focused. You can do it. It is very hard, but it's not impossible. Stay focused.
You know what, Sohoris? I really don't like these moments when we have to say goodbye, but I am really, really, really happy because we achieved what we promised. Right, Sohoris?
Of course, Laisha. I am so sad that we have to say goodbye, but we'll see you next week with a new Loft program. Don't forget to vote and make your voice be heard, and don't forget to wear your mask.